Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Got some news for you. Pretty cruisy day, smoko time. All good beats on Epidemic tonight. There we are, all happening. Big day today. Went for a nice little walk after work. Stretch out the leg, back's a little bit stiff, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a stretch out for an hour or so. Got some really nice photos actually. We've got a big mountain range at the back of our camp, and I found a couple of little spots with a big zoom on, the 55-200 on the M50, and yeah, got some nice shots. So I'll be putting them up on Instagram on our Tigers site on Nightcliff. Yeah, it's some really good ones. It's really nice cool breeze. Sun's here, the big sun in the sky, so probably not the nicest shadows and that, but yeah, I found a couple of little spots. It was really cool. Yeah, very happy. And yeah, I hope you like those shots. I'll chuck them up, I'm sure you'll see them. If you're not a member of our Instagram, you can head over to Nightcliff, I think it's Nightcliff Tigers Fishing Club or Tigers Fishing Club on Instagram. You'll find us, the same logo as we have on our YouTube. Check it out. Our link is in our bio, so you can go in there and check it out that way as well. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's a beautiful place. You get away from the mine site and you look at the ground and the trees and everything, and the iron ore is like, basically it's not steel, but it's just super hard. It's like rock. It is like walking on steel sometimes when you walk through the bush, and it's very, very cool. Some amazing sort of textures and stuff that you can sort of pick up through the trees. Very, very cool. So it's always good. I enjoy it, and once I get my macro lens, which should be home when I get home next week, and bring that back up, I'm super excited about that, and to hopefully be able to get some really, really cool shots with the macro. Let me just check the light on. Maybe that's better. Try that one out. Oh, we'll go with the mood lighting tonight. Right on. Okay, let's go mood lighting. Got this little backdrop, a little bit of bokeh with the anamorphic. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. What else did we do today? Yes, let's get to the news. So that was, yeah, pretty cool. Let's go straight into the news. Bernie Sanders. We all know Bernie Sanders. The election's coming on. He's obviously a really nice guy. He's got his heart in the right places. You know, from what I can see, he doesn't seem to be really concerned with lining his own pockets or that. He seems to be going with causes, I guess stuff I agree with and what I would sort of vote for. So he's one of the better politicians I've seen for a while. There's not many of them, so it's very rare to get one that seems like a decent sort of a bloke, I guess. That's the way he comes off. So yeah, very cool. He announced one of his policies for if he becomes the new president, and that was to federally legalize marijuana across the whole of the United States. So whereas we know now it's legal in certain states, I think it's maybe 6 to 10 states that it's legal, it's actually illegal federally over there. So Canada is fully legal, so you can fly on a plane and that with marijuana in your pockets and stuff. You can fly around if you go to the airport in Canada. That's not a drama. That's I guess that's a big difference. The best way to explain it. In America you can do it, but if a federal officer sees you, he can nail you for it. So it's and there's a lot of businesses that have been caught out by that because they can't do their taxes the same way that we do, because it's illegal federally to make money off it, obviously, but they've got a business they pay taxes to locally. It's a bit of a nightmare. A lot of those shops, especially in California, have to do everything by cash because they can't get bank accounts or anything like that because they're all federal banks. So yeah, very, very interesting, very weird system. So by doing this, obviously the states don't have to do it and go along, but what it's basically going to do is take that background of people aren't going to get put in jail for it anymore. They don't have to waste money on resources. They can probably put it into actual crime and real crime to fight those resources that they're wasting on it now. And yeah, I guess those people that have businesses, they've built businesses and they employ a lot of people and stuff like that are doing it for food and health and medicinal, they now can feel safe about it and can do it and pay their employees the normal way, pay their taxes and do everything without fear of getting locked up or getting fined or everything taken off them, which has happened many times. So yeah, pretty cool, a good policy from him. Hopefully, now we talked the other week about Canberra is the first state in Australia, or a territory, I guess. It's not really state. NT and Canberra are both not states, they're called territories. Some little differences. Basically, the states just bully us around. In New South Wales and Victoria and that, they like to bully people, and they just treat Canberra and the NT like shit. But yeah, but Canberra's come out and a big jam it up your clacker, and they've put in that it's going to be fully legal in Canberra as of January, so that's going to be a huge start for that sort of program in Australia. So it's very good, which will mean a lot of people that won't, again, we can get some businesses, we can get some taxes out of it, people can make careers out of it instead of just sitting there smoking weed and playing games. They can actually might be able to make a business and hire some people and be productive as part of society as well, so which is cool. And those people that need it for medicinal, which is a huge factor of it, can get the relief and medicine they need without fear of being treated like a scumbag like they probably do now, which is really piss poor if they are. So hopefully we can get that same sort of approach in America into Australia and get away from these guys running the show. Qantas announced they did the world's longest flight, 19 hours 15 minutes in a Dreamliner from New York direct to Sydney. It was a test. They only had 58 people on the plane, and they were doing tests on pilots and sleep and fatigue and all that, food, what they could do to make it better, seeing if they can obviously bring that in. They'll have to obviously change the weights and stuff. That's a lot of fuel and they got to get that right. So that was the first step. But yeah, first, the longest flight ever by a plane, a commercial plane. So that's really, really cool. 19 hours, it's a hell of a flight. That's a lot of movies. 2 hours a movie, you're looking at probably 7, 8 movies straight. That's pretty crazy. You'd want to go at the right time of the year so they have a lot of movies released, maybe before Christmas. That'll be a good flight because you get all the new releases out. But yeah, if you didn't have that, you'd be bored out of your mind. And definitely not fun in economy. So yes, but yeah, pretty cool. 19 hours, and it was Qantas. Even though I don't like Qantas, I think they're a crap airline. It's good to see an Aussie company leading the way a bit, I guess. Pity it wasn't Virgin, unfortunately. Baseball tomorrow, Major League Baseball tomorrow, Game 3 in Washington, Greinke versus Sanchez. Greinke's the MLB leader for pitchers, for hitting, 3 home runs this year, so the pitchers will hit tomorrow. That's the big change. Astros really need to do something to get back in touch here if they get a chance. They need to win tomorrow. It's a huge game for them. It's a must win. They cannot be 3-0. Going into the next game, they need to find something, get those bats going and score some runs. And last but not least, the Canon has brought out the 1DX Mark III. It's the Pro version. It's going to be the last DSLR for them. It's a bit of a hybrid mirrorless DSLR. You can flip up the mirror and go to 20 frames a second. It's got illuminated keypads, a few other little bits and pieces. It's basically just a tweak of the last model. It is going to be their last one. Mirrorless is here to stay. It's going to take over. So if you are a DSLR fan, this is probably one for you. It's pretty expensive. It's going to be around the 6,000 to 7,000 US, so 10 grand Australian. So it's definitely obviously for the pro guys. But if you are, that's coming out. It's releasing. There's not much specs. They're just giving little tidbits out to a few reviewers, and really not much. So there's more to come on that. We'll get some more info as we see that. But yeah, it's going to be a big turning of the tide from DSLR to mirrorless. We've had DSLR for a long time. I guess since I started at high school, and now it's going to fully to mirrorless, and I reckon it's definitely the way to go forward. Yeah, what do you think? But that's about it for me. Hope you've had a good day. It's Friday night here. It's going to be Friday morning for you guys in the States. Start of a weekend. Hope the rest of your day goes well. If you are working, if you're finished and you're on your way out, have a great night. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. And we'll see you all tomorrow for Saturday. So wherever you're coming, if you're going that way, go on that way, or heading out. Glass of red for me. A nice beer for you. I'll take a cold beer actually tonight. That'd be lovely. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by.